Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it is my birthday soon. Whoop, 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 whoop. Streamers, party poppers, excitement, birthday cake, all of that stuff. I'm going to be turning 29 years old, so I will be a whole year away from 30. Now, when I was 25, I made a 30 by 30 bucket list. Here is the thing. I made this list in November, December-ish time, 2017. I made a whole video about it. You can watch that if you want to see young Hannah full of hope and possibility. Then, a few weeks after making that video, I got horrendously ill with my ulcerative colitis, was hospitalised for a month and had major abdominal surgery, and I now have a STOMA bag. I feel like I have to say that in so many videos. It's just like a huge context piece for my life. So yeah, I made this list before my surgery, and I actually haven't looked at this list since then. I'd almost completely forgotten it existed. A lot of that time being ill and all of the drugs I was on and surgery and recovery and everything, my memory is pretty shit for like the year or so before that happened, because I don't know, my brain just kind of like, was like, nah. What is that? If I met you in 2017, 2018, I'm sorry. I don't remember you. So I'd completely forgotten that I'd made this list until I moved all of my notes over from Evernote into Notion, and I found it and I was like, oh my goodness, this thing. So basically, I'm going to go through these 30 things that I wanted to do before I was 30, before I knew the tragedy that was about to happen and my life was going to change. I'm going to go through them, see if I actually have done it, see if I actually even care about doing it if I haven't done it. And so I'm going to just like wipe off loads of things from this list, maybe add some new things, I don't know. At this point, especially with the pandemic and everything, I'm just like, what's the point in making plans? What's the point in setting goals? 30 before 30, I'd like to go to the pub. I'd like to go out for dinner with my friends. I'd like to see my family. I'd like to meet Mel's baby. You know, just basic shit. Just basic shit. As long as I get to do all those things before I'm 30, great. Get pregnant, actually. I like to do that. Anyway, so, as you can see, I'm having a bit of a meltdown. Let's just do it. Let's just dive into this. Let's go. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's on this list. I mean, I have a vague memory of some of the stuff that I put on here, but there'll be some surprises, I'm sure. Number 1 is run a half marathon. Now, this isn't a one-time bucket list. I've already run a half marathon when I was at uni. I wanted to do it again because I had such a good time. No. I mean, maybe it could happen again one day. I don't think it's going to happen in the next year. After my surgeries and when I was in recovery and becoming more active, I did a mini series called Surgery to 5K, where I documented my process of like training up my body again to be able to run a 5K. And I did that. That was a lot of fun. I definitely don't really care to do another half marathon before I'm 30, but 10K could be an achievable goal to set. Maybe I'll sign up for one, but also with the pandemic and everything, I don't know when they'll be doing like public races again. Number 2, read 50 books in a year. Last year was my closest year. I read 48 books. So close, so close. So if I do want to hit this before I'm 30, this has to be the year. However, I just had a thought. Does it have to be a calendar year, like from January to December? Or could I just pick a random 12 months? Because I have a feeling that if I picked like April 2020 to maybe April 2021, we'll see how my reading goes in the rest of this lockdown, potentially I could have read 50 books in that time. Or is that cheating? I don't know. Number 3, I wanted to write a novel. I vaguely remember this mindset that I was in. I think I was like trying to do NaNoWriMo that November in 2017. I do not care for this anymore. I have realised that I love reading books, but I don't really have the passion for writing fiction and also don't really have the imagination for it. I tried, I gave it a little go. I didn't give it a massive go because I realised I didn't really care that much. So I'm just going to keep reading and we can scrap that one from the 30 by 30 bucket list. Number 4, oh my god, I just saw it. I wanted to walk the Inca trail. I don't know why. I think I was just like so fascinated by it, and also I just like walking, but I like walking with a purpose. I'm into like hiking stuff. I say I'm into hiking stuff, barely, Hannah. But I went on this Trek America trip in 2015 2015, I think, and we did loads of hiking around just beautiful national parks in the US. And yeah, it's just kind of stuck with me, and I just like want to do more shit like that. Inca Trail, Hannah, that might have just been a bit too far-fetched. Maybe if we scale it back a bit, one walk that I now actually really want to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it in the next year, but it's kind of like on my list, is the Dales Way. Is that what it's called? It's from like Ilkley up to Windermere, I think. So you go through Yorkshire Dales and the Lake District. So that is a walk that I actually really want to do. And it's in the UK and it's at home and it's doable. My only hesitation when it comes to doing a walk like that, which I think takes about a week or so, is my STOMA bag. I know there's like bed and breakfasts and pubs like along the way, but I am really nervous if I'm having to walk 12 miles or whatever it is without a toilet, and then my bag just filling up and just becoming like really uncomfortable and maybe peeling off me. I don't know. If anyone is out there and has a stoma and has either done really long hiking trips or been to a festival, please let me know how you managed your stoma in those situations, because those are things that I really want to do, but I don't know how to manage my stoma. Number 5, another travel one. I wanted to go to Hobbiton. This is still on my list. Probably not going to happen in the next 12 months, especially with how well New Zealand are doing with the pandemic. They don't want me coming into their country, and that is fair. But yeah, I definitely still really, really want to go to Hobbiton. Dan and I have watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy 3 times in lockdown. Like all 3 films, extended editions, we've done it 3 times since March last year. I just love them so much. Okay, it looks like the next few ones are all kind of travel related, so I'm gonna bunch them all together. We have number 6, I put Yosemite. That is another place that I really, really want to go to. It looks absolutely stunning, but probably won't happen in the next year. Number 7 was Auschwitz. I am Jewish and I've been to another concentration camp in Germany, and it's just a place that I really want to visit, and I just feel like I need to see it and I need to know. And you know, the whole thing with the Holocaust is just like, don't forget, like we cannot forget that this happened. That just feels like an important trip to me that I want to make at some point in my life. Number 8 is Newcastle. I remember at the time just being like, I've heard Newcastle is a great city and I've never been there. I actually did go to Newcastle in 2019 on my book tour for the Hormone Diaries. I went to Newcastle, did an event in the Waterstones there, had a couple of drinks in a really cool bar there, talked at a school there, walked around the city a bit. So I've been to Newcastle, even if it was for like 24 hours. Wow, is that the first thing on this list that I've actually ticked off? And we're like 8 points in. Great. Number 9 was Antarctica / the Arctic. What the fuck, Hannah? What the fuck? People, do not make 30 by 30 lists. Like, you're gonna look back on like 20-year-old you and just be like, the fuck was she thinking? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if I ever get the opportunity to go to Antarctica or the Arctic, I will take it. I will take it. Is that likely to happen? No. Number 10 was Glastonbury. Well, that's been cancelled a few times, and like I said, I'm very hesitant about going to a festival with my stoma. Here's the thing, do I care about Glastonbury? It's just because it's like the biggest festival in the UK? No, I don't think I care about going to Glastonbury in particular. What I would like to do is, at some point in my life, figure out how to manage my stoma at a festival so I can enjoy festivals again. Maybe I'll have to do the glamping experience and have like a private toilet. My main thing is just like the idea of having to wake up in the middle of the night and get out of my tent and go and find a toilet in the middle of the night. I'm not about that life. Number 11, another festival, Burning Man. I think I'd maybe seen some videos about Burning Man and was like, oh yeah, looks cool. Don't care. If I get to go, great. Number 12 is South by Southwest. This is still on my bucket list. Probably not by 30 though. It's a music festival in Austin, Texas, and I used to live in Austin when I was a kid for a year, and I've been back to visit a bunch of times, and I absolutely love that city. It's a festival that like takes place over like a week, 2 weeks, and there's performances. There's also like lots of stuff around art and technology, and it's in lots of different venues around the city, kind of like Edinburgh Fringe Festival vibes, I guess. So that is a festival that I could go to and have toilet access. Number 13 is pay off my student debt. Why did I want to do this? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't have a lot of student debt left. I think I have like 15-ish grand left of student debt, and I just pay it off every year. As someone who is self-employed, I don't pay it monthly out of my paychecks. It comes out once a year. And the interest rates on that are so low that I don't really see the benefits of paying off right now. I'm just gonna keep doing it yearly. Number 14 was sort out pension. I did this. I sorted out my pension. I have a pension now. Oh my God. Right, that's 2 things that I did. But yeah, that's actually probably one of the most important ones on this list. So good job, I did that one. Number 15 was own my own flat. Was I in the process of trying to find somewhere at this point? Yes, I was. I had looked around this place and I think I was literally about to exchange on the contract. So that's something that I knew was going to happen. So that doesn't count, but it did happen. I own this flat. Number 16 was host a dinner party, cook 3 courses. So I don't think I did this. I probably should have. Sounds pretty easy, except not in a pandemic. I cooked a 3-course meal for Dan for his birthday one year, but I haven't done it for like hosting more than one person. This is definitely on the bucket list for post-pandemic fun times. Number 17 was get my master's. At this time, wow, yeah, at this time, I was looking into doing some sort of gender and sexuality MA course. No, got ill. Decided I didn't want to do that anymore. But one thing that I do want to complete before I'm 30 is my IC sexuality educator certification training. That is something that I do want to complete before I turn 30. I did say in my 2021 goals video that I want to complete it before the end of this year, but that's before I'm 30. That'll be 2 months before I'm 30, so fingers crossed. Number 18 was reach 500,000 subscribers. I did that. We can tick off another one. I don't know what my subscriber count was at this time, so maybe it wasn't a big goal. Maybe I was at like 490 and I was like, I just want to hit 500,000. It doesn't feel the same way that maybe me in the past thought it would feel. Oh my God, this next one. This is on 1.19. Meet J.K. Rowling and Emma Watson. Well, we can scrap half of that. This was just more wishful thinking. It wasn't something that I could actually necessarily work towards myself. I would still love to meet Emma Watson one day. I think she's great. J.K. Rowling, not so much. So we can scrap that. Oh my God, this next one. Number 20. I want to cry. Oh, vote for a party that actually wins the election. Here's the thing. We've had so many elections as well. So I've had so many chances to hit this one. Alas. Just Tory party, Tory party, Tory party over and over again, winning these goddamn elections and just fucking it all up. I'm fine. I'm not fine. Hopeful 25-year-old me. Number 21, keep a plant alive. Sharon! I did not realise that this is on this bucket list. Sharon is still alive. Oh, she does look a bit dry. I will water her after this then. She doesn't look too healthy. There's some leaves that look a bit sad. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Part of me hopes that she dies so that I can then just replace her with a fake plant and we can pretend this never happened, because the stress of keeping her alive is honestly a lot. Number 22 says own a pet and then in brackets all 3. I'm not a fan of animals. Why would I put all 3? Is it because at this time Dan and I were planning on moving in together and we wanted to get a gecko and we were like, let's get 3 geckos. I can't remember. Anyway, we do have a pet. We have a leopard gecko called Mustard. She is adorable. We love her. She's our little baby. I love a pet that doesn't require attention and affection from me. And here comes the husband. What does he want?
I need my back.
You gotta go and get it. Come on, climb over. I'm not moving.
How am I going to climb
I'm
over?
not moving. Do not touch this. The husband has gone to work. Number 23 was live in a different country for a month. No, that didn't happen. Will that ever happen? Why did I want to like own a flat and then go live in a different country for a month? Like those 2 things really don't go well together. Also, another thing that doesn't go well with that is having a health crisis. Oh boy. Do I want to do this? I love the idea of living in a different country, like one of the Scandinavian countries or Germany or like Japan or South Korea. Like those are the ones that kind of like appeal to me the most. But I have a mortgage. Dan and I are trying to conceive. I really like it here in the UK, like when we're not in a pandemic. So we shall see. Just gonna like see where life takes us. Who knows? Number 24. This is one that I did do. Have a proper Disney World holiday. Honestly, I feel so grateful and so lucky that I actually managed to do this. I went to Disney World, Florida for 8 days at the end of January, beginning of February 2020. We got in there just in time. It was amazing. I loved every second of it. I want to go back. I want to do it all over again. I love Disney. I love the rides. I love the shit food. I love the princesses. I love it all. Number 25 was see the Northern Lights. Not happened. Probably won't happen before I'm 30. Maybe one day. Wow, this is wild. 26, eat at a Michelin Star restaurant. This is something that I still really want to do, and actually something that is possible before I turn 30. So maybe this can be one that I keep on my list and try and do. Dan and I really love watching Gordon Ramsay shows. All of Hell's Kitchen has been put on Prime Video, and we are making our way through it. There used to be some of the later seasons on Netflix, and so we watched like seasons 12, 13 and 14-ish, like around there, but now we are like making our way through them, and we're currently on season 3. We love that show. It's absolute trash, but the food just looks so good, and I love the drama. Anyway, all that to say, Dan and I both are keen to like eat at one of Gordon Ramsay's like Michelin Star restaurants, or just like any Michelin Star restaurant. I just want to experience it. I'd love to go to a restaurant, like a really fancy restaurant, and experience like a tasting menu where you have like 7 courses and they're all like really small and you get to like taste lots of different things. Like, I'd love to do that. Number 27 was Bottomless brunch. Had I not had a bottomless brunch before? I feel like I had. Or maybe I did have a bottomless brunch, but after this at some point. I feel like I have had a bottomless brunch in my lifetime. I don't think I've gone like super hard. Like, I've never like gotten really drunk, and I've never been like, more mimosas, keep them coming. Who knows if this will happen in the next year. I'm currently not drinking, and if I do manage to get pregnant, then that will be another 9 months of not drinking. So unlikely, but I just would love to go out for brunch with my friends again. That would be great. Number 28 was dye my hair. I did do this. You can't really tell at the moment. I got balayage. I've had it like 3 times now, but I just basically make myself like a bit blonder, and I feel more me being blonder, if I'm honest. Number 29 was go skiing. Yeah, it's not happened. It's not something that I'm like really into doing, but it's just something that I feel like I want to experience at some point. And Dan has been like skiing, snowboarding before, and he's keen to like do something like that again. But I don't know, any pals out there want to go on a ski holiday? Oh, does that mean I have to buy lots of equipment? Ugh. Anyway, Dan's snowboard is under our bed, just chilling. And number 30. So when I made this video, I actually didn't say what this one was. I said it was private, but I'm going to tell you now because actually I think it's quite funny. But the reason why I said it was private is because I was genuinely like embarrassed. Like, I actually felt embarrassed, but it was have anal sex. Because of my ulcerative colitis. Pretty much my whole life, since I was 7 years old, my butthole has been a source of pain and illness and has just been completely medicalized, and I have not been interested in any sexy time down there. No, thank you. It's so interesting to me how like at 25, I was not comfortable talking about that online, and now I'm just like, yeah, this is the sexy or non-sexy situation with my arsehole. But at the time of making that video, I'd gotten to a place where I was like, I am willing to explore the possibility that this area of my body could be a source of pleasure and not pain. Lo and behold, a few weeks later, source of the most pain ever in the history of my life, absolute crisis, and now I have just a really fragile and sensitive and misbehaving rectal stump. It was never meant to be. Me and anal sex, it was never meant to be. So we're just gonna strike that one from the record. All of the other things that I haven't done and don't really care to do and probably won't happen in the next year are all still things that are possible one day. This one, nope, literally impossible now, so we just strike that off. Okay, so that was my 30 before 30 list. Let's add up and see how well I did. Newcastle, sort out pension, own a flat, reach 500,000 subs, keep a plant alive, own a pet, proper Disney World holiday, bottomless brunch, and dye my hair. 9 out of 30 things I did. And the rest of them I really don't care about. Or at least I don't care about in the next year. Oh, how getting really ill and then a global pandemic changes your life and changes your perceptions on the things that you want. Under normal circumstances, what I would probably do now is create another 30 by 30 list and see how much of that I can do in the next year. However, most of the things on that list are just going to be really basic, like post-pandemic bucket list things, and nothing to do with doing it before I'm 30, and more to do with like, please let me do this, like when I can do these things, I want to do them. So I think it's kind of pointless making a 30 before 30 list at this point. Maybe I will make a shorter one when we are allowed out into the world, whenever that may be, and see if there's anything that like takes my fancy and is possible to do before I turn 30, because who knows, I also might be pregnant at that point, and so that will change a lot of the things that are possible for me to do. Maybe this next year will take me by surprise and we'll have another general election and I'll actually vote for a party that wins. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching. Happy 29th birthday to me. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I am really curious to know if any of you have created 30 before 30 lists, or any other age, or any other like bucket list things, and if you even care about the things on that list anymore, or if you have actually been sticking to it and managed to like check things off. I would love to hear that in the comments. I hope that you're doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.